What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? I hope y'all had a good day because my day was good. My day was good, and this is my birthday screen right here. And for the screen, if y'all got questions to ask me or anything else like that, it'd be cool. What's up? What's up, people? Whoever up in the chat, if y'all got questions to ask me, then just y'all could. If y'all got questions to ask me, anything else like that, because like for me, right? The thing I want to talk about is about some it was Star Wars. My future for Star Wars. I'm talking about Star Wars, DC, Marvel, uh, and plus other companies. Sound like how can I say? Because sound like me, right? I like Star Trek. That's me. I do like Star Trek, and plus for me, I do like Star Wars. And this is not because I like both franchises. For me, right? For me, I like Star Wars and I like Star Trek. If y'all got a different opinion about it, then y'all can type it in down below if y'all like Star Trek or Star Wars, anything like that, or y'all like both. Because in, like in my opinion, right? I do like Star Trek. I do like Star Wars better than Star Trek. But the thing is, that's my opinion. Like I still respect Star Trek. That's as a franchise, in my opinion. I still respect it. And plus for me, I will be dropping a link just for anybody who wanted to come in or come through, anything else like that. Because my link is gonna be in the chat for anybody who want to come in and anything else like that. Shucks, because my this is my link for anybody who just want to come in. Because, like, for my opinion, right, if you gonna that because, like, in my opinion, right, if you're gonna be doing all these type of stuff every time like that, that if you're gonna ask me questions, that you gonna ask me questions, you got questions to ask me, just put it in the chat, and plus I'll try to answer the best of my ability. But the thing is, if you got me to chat, at least be respectful. Don't be disrespectful in the chat and not like that. Because the thing is, if you is, I will ban you. Because like in my opinion, right, if you gotta be disrespectful in the chat, then you do not have to talk to people, in my opinion, and that is a bad thing, in my opinion. That just me. That just me, in my opinion. That just me now. Some people just might not think it's bad and not like that and know how to talk to people. But sound like to me, right? I actually do think if you gotta be disrespectful to somebody in the chat, that is not a good thing, in my opinion. Because like for me, in my opinion, right? I do not, I I do not have to be disrespectful to me and anybody else. and don't be like disrespectful to people that is commenting on the chat. I think, in my opinion, that just me. That just me, in my opinion. Be, because, like me, in my opinion, I think that everybody's opinion is valid if they could explain it in their own way. If they like it, if they don't like it, because, like, for me, right, if you able to tell me the reason why that you like certain stuff you don't, it could be wrong. It could be wrong, right, or anything else in between. That's what, in my opinion, at least, and at least in my opinion, is that you is able to explain your side and explain everything. I think, in my opinion, if you able to explain what you like and what you don't like, and that just me, because you willing to say what you like and don't like, just put it down below. If you don't like Star Wars, tell me why. If you like Star Wars, if you do, because, like, for me, right, the things that I like with Star Trek and Star Wars is different. In my opinion, right, is like, I think Star Trek was a thinking show. It was a thinking action show. It actually explored different places, and plus they actually explore different cultures without trying too hard. I think, in my opinion, that just me, in my opinion. That just me, in my opinion, is that Star Trek show tried to do different stuff without trying too hard. That just me, in my opinion. That just me. That just me, in my opinion, and that just and and plus, for me, right? If you got to be disrespectful to everybody about their opinion that you might not like, then cool. Then you're done, in my opinion. Because you don't gotta be disrespectful to people. Yeah, that just me, in my opinion. That just me. That just me, in my opinion. If you don't like it, if you like it, and plus, for me, if y'all want a link to come in, anything like that, that y'all could, if y'all want to, if y'all want to come in and out like that, in my opinion. And that just me, in my opinion. That just me, in my opinion, and what I think. Because, like, me, in my opinion, right, the with Star Trek and Star Wars, I think I'm both of the franchises could use some repairing, and plus a revamping. I think, in my opinion, but the thing is, in my opinion, it's not like some people just might think that Star Trek good. Some people might think Star Wars good. But then, what I mean is, like, I think that both franchises. But the thing about my opinion is, like, I think that the Star Wars franchise is just a little bit more in shape than Star Trek right now, which is which is embarrassing to say, but also true, and up the same way. I think, in my opinion, it sounds like, in my opinion, right, that sound like, in my opinion, that's just me, and plus, for me, and that is what I think, in a way. So, be because, like, for me, I do think that the Star Wars franchise is just a little bit in better shape than Star Trek right now. and that is a bad thing to say. Be because that thing for me, right, is like but I wanted the thing I wanted for me, like I think that just the thing I wanted for Star Trek is it sound like the same feeling that I got from the old Star Trek shows, which was which was better than the new ones, I think in my opinion. Which is a bad thing to say. That because like for me, right, I should feel like the new Star Wars show could have the same feeling the older ones, I think in my opinion. But the thing in my opinion, it don't, which is a bad thing in my opinion. It is bad. It is a bad feeling for me. Is is like when I can get if I can get like a if I can get like a different feeling just from a side, if I get a better feeling just from an anime show that just not came back just for years down the line and come back and new and give me a better feeling just in Star Trek it's giving me. Because like for me, right, if you gotta make a Star Trek show, please please make sure the story be cohesive and the story don't contradict each other. Because you look at the story of Star Trek, man, the Picard show. The Picard show had this happening. It's it's it seems like it going one way, but it going another. But stand by me is right. Get your story straight and get your story together. In my opinion, that just me. That just my opinion. Just about the Star Trek stuff. Because like for me, something about Star Trek I like. Some of it I don't. But the thing about that, if y'all got a different opinion, if y'all like it, if y'all don't like it, because the thing about me is like I do like it. In my opinion, I do like the show. The Picard show was just it been like a disappointment. Something like WandaVision. WandaVision, yeah. Oh man, shucks. Cause shucks, I hate talking about the MCU at certain times. Because you look at it, just the MCU, the MCU to me, it sounds like an overrated universe, and some people just take it too far when they praise it, in my opinion, and they do. Because like for me, right, if you just give me all these types of universes as you claim you could, and you can't even give me a good cohesive universe at certain times, I think in my opinion, which is bad. Because you look at Ultron, they had the rights to Ant Man. They had them. That because like for me, right, because think about it, in my opinion, right, the MCU do got problems, but the MCU is also good at some point, and that just me in my opinion. Some of the MCU stuff is good, but Star Trek be- because you look at it, the Star Trek show, the Star Trek show do try new stuff. Like Star Wars, that tried old stuff, but the thing, in my opinion, is right. But the old stuff actually works, in my opinion. It do works. It do works. The stuff do works. Y'all might not, y'all might not like me for saying it, but the Star Wars old stuff is the best thing about the universe, in my opinion. The Star Wars stuff is, oh, Oh, thank you, Block City Wall. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. Do you have an opinion about in just any franchise that you would like to come back? Oh, thank you, Block City War Guide. Thank you. That because like for me, right? That because like for me, right? I hope everybody out there just had a good positive day. Because like for me, because my day went well, my day was good. My day was good and it went well. Just in my opinion. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. There for the widow. Oh, thank you. Me and you actually just about the same age, girl. We about the same age. If you were born in the 80s, I was born in the late 80s, so I wasn't born like in the early 80s. Yeah, because like in my opinion, right, the Star Trek stuff that I do like is like I like when Picard and everybody just was exploring the universe and they wasn't thinking about just try to make everybody feel good, in my opinion. And that just me that and that just and that just me in my opinion. That just me, my opinion, and that just what I think. They try to make people feel good be, because like for me, because like for me in my opinion, right? I feel like these companies be trying to make people feel better instead of them just trying to tell a story. Be, be, because like for me, right? If you try to tell a story and stuff like that, so so, thank you, K Dot. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, K Dot, for that. That uh, be, be, because like in my opinion, right? I think the companies might need to think about telling a good story first before they even start thinking about a franchise. Because like for me, I think the company thinking about that they start thinking about what's their like in my opinion, sound like sound like the Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That was a good show. The story was good. The story was cohesive, in my opinion, and put that actually it actually told a good story, in my opinion. Be, 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 because just for me, right? I think it was. Oh, thank you, Jason Lee Tucker. Oh, thank you, bro. If y'all want to come in and anything like that, I got the link right here, just on the screen. If y'all want to come in, if y'all want to come in anything like that, I got the link right here on the screen. If y'all want to come in, if y'all want to, he just because me and my opinion about the whole thing, be, be, because life of me, right, and my whole thing, just by franchises, just trying to bring them back while they're playing, sounds like the Terminator. The Terminator franchise, I like the first one, and oh, Brett, thank you, Big Bro, thank you, bro, because like in my opinion, the Terminator franchise could have been good in my opinion. It could have been good in my opinion. The Terminator franchise, but the companies do not know how to tell a good story. Because you look at the Terminator franchise, the Terminator franchise could have been good if they would have just worried about um af- after Terminator 2 and 3. If they would have just made a three or four movie thing just about John himself fighting just the bigger machines, in my opinion. That just me. That just me, in my opinion, and that is what I think that would have sold sell better, in my opinion. And that just me. That's me, in my opinion. If y'all think that the Terminator franchise probably did something else, then y'all could type in up in the chat or come in just on the click on the link if y'all want to. Just um because like for me, right, I think the Terminator franchise could have been saved. I think like that they would have thinking about John instead of thinking about everything else, in my opinion. And that just and that just means that what I think talking about this Terminator franchise, just what Arnold Schwarzenegger, you had a good co-lead in Arnold Schwarzenegger. If they would just worry about your just worry about yourself, just worry about your franchise, and just worry about just tell the best story. Don't try to cast people just because of skin tone, skin color, and something like that. In my opinion, just try to cast the best people just for the job. In my opinion, just because for me, right? I feel like the Snake Eyes movie, the man playing Snake Eyes, I think he is gonna do a good job at it, in my opinion. But the comic books I got is different. I think, in my opinion, they got it. I think Snake Eyes white in the comic books. Yeah, yeah, he white in the comic books, but it changed at the age and stuff in the movies. I think, in my opinion, and we right here. Let me try to save this picture right here of the Terminator, and that Terminator be because like for me, right, that we need a John Carter franchise. That's what we need. We need a John Carter franchise of him just in the Terminator franchise and stuff like that. I think they save it. That just me. That just how I feel bad at the moment. The for Terminator franchise is dead right now, just until they make a John movie. Be, because that's what we need, a John Terminator movie. And that just me. That's my opinion. And that's just how I feel. Because we need a Terminator John movie. We need a Terminator franchise with John. If you look at it, if you look at the timeline just of the Terminator franchise, that Judgment Day probably still can happen. But that's what, just in my opinion, they probably still can happen. But the thing about it, in my opinion, right? Also, but the thing about it, just in my opinion, right? It still can happen. But the thing about me is right. I don't think that some people might not, some how can I say, feminists and stuff like that might not like it, and that's just a dumb thing for me. Like that, so like Hollywood seem like they going by people on Twitter, which is dumb in my opinion. It's dumb. That be right here, the Terminator franchise right here, and this could have been one of them right here that we need right here. Let me see. Let me see. Shucks. Be, because like we need one of those franchises. I think, in my opinion, that to come back because we need a Terminator franchise to come back right here. This could have been this could have been 10 or 20 years worth of movies right here. This off of Arnold and John working together, and that just me in my opinion, and that's just how I feel like that. Because you look at the Terminator movie franchise, man, that been about a 6 or 7 movie, a 6 or 7 movie um franchise. I think, in my opinion, that just me. That that that, that just me. That just me. That just my opinion. Everything like that, and that just how I feel about the the whole franchise as a whole. Because like for me, right, I think the Terminator franchise could be saved in about 1 or 2 movies. It could be saved, and like in 1 or 2 movies. I think, in my opinion, if people just would think about, how can I say this? Think about the story of the Terminator franchise. I think, in my opinion, this just think about the story of the Terminator franchise. In my opinion, think about the story. Think about how can I say this? And and plus, in my opinion, if you think about the story of the Terminator franchise and on the Terminator themselves, if they gonna if they gonna think about everything else, like I think, in my opinion, and that's gonna be a good thing, in my opinion, if they're gonna go back and just reboot the whole franchise. Because like for me, right, I think it's a good thing if they going back just to reboot it. Be, because like for me, right, if you're gonna go back and plus reboot the franchise, erase the last Terminator movie, erase the last Terminator movie. Please do that. Erase the last Terminator movie. Erase the last two. I think, in my opinion, be, 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 because like in my opinion, if you erase them last two Terminator movies, last two, that if they make this last Terminator, oh wait a minute, if they're making a TV series, that'd be good too. That they're making a TV series, in my opinion. Because the thing, in my opinion, if you can make it a TV series or a movie, I think, in my opinion, because like for me, I think the Terminator series could have been, how can I say this, a franchise on TV and plus up in the movie theaters. In my opinion, it could have been both. Because like for the TV shows, like you probably can make people who work for John and everything like that, um, just make plans and stuff like that. I think, in my opinion, how can I say this? That that just make plans just for the movies. I think, in my opinion, be that just me. That's me, in my opinion. Talking some this franchise right here could could be revived in the Star Trek universe. That universe not dead, but the universe is, it don't have good story elements to it. That just cause for me, right, I think the Terminator franchise could be saved. In my opinion, it could be saved if they can just make a series just out of the Terminator. The just the prequel before the John movie. If they can do that, that'd be good. The and plus for me, that just me, in my opinion. If they can do that, just make prequel movies. We need a prequel show before the John movie. If they can do that off a show and stuff like that, just to show what happened before the war, everything like that, the preparation. But thing about me, in my opinion, is this making a movie. In my opinion, the thing about it, the thing about my opinion, if this try to make it a show, I just have a feeling that Hollywood just might find a way to mess it up. This making a movie, like that just me. That's me in my opinion about the whole thing. Just make it a whole 2 or 3 part movies. I think, in my opinion, or do like Twilight. Um, that's me. My opinion about the Terminator franchise, and because we need somebody besides Arnold to be the Terminator. Because in my opinion, I like Arnold, but the thing is, he getting old. He is getting old, in my opinion. I like Arnold. I like him. I like Arnold. He is a good actor. He's a good iconic actor who played the Terminator for a while. But the thing is, right, they can have him. They can have him in his movies and have somebody else with him. I think like that. It's a Terminator who turned against everybody else. I think, in my opinion, they can have him and somebody else. Y'all could agree or not agree, or y'all can tell me down the chat. What would you do with the Terminator franchise? Would you bring in a new person to be Terminator, or would you just do something else? And that just me, in my opinion. My opinion about it is, I would keep Arnold. I'm gonna keep Arnold as Terminator. That's what. But has somebody come in just as the new Terminator? I think some of that helping out Arnold. Just have just have a real good Terminator. I think, in my opinion, just have a good one. And but that just me and my opinion about the whole thing. So, if you gotta have like a if you gotta have like a Terminator and stuff like that, I think, in my opinion, but that is me and my opinion about the whole thing. I would bring in somebody new as Terminator, and that just me and my opinion. The whole thing. So I would bring in somebody new as Terminator to help out Arnold, just just to try to continue the franchise if they want to do that. Be because, like, for me, I know what people just would say. Thompson, don't bring in a new Terminator. But that's what now. I know there's Hollywood, and Hollywood will try to bring in somebody new, and that's why I say bring in somebody new to help out Arnold, just for Arnold to be able to usher him in. And that just me in my opinion, because we need a new Terminator. Because we need a new Terminator movie. We need a new Terminator movie just to erase these old ones. Because the other Terminator movies, when James Cameron claimed to be a big fan of and stuff like that, and he had co-signed on, and now he's saying it's bad all of a sudden, and that just me in my opinion. So, you co-sign you co-sign for half of these movies. You co-sign half of the movies. I think that James Cameron did. He did. He did co-sign half these movies. I think, in my opinion. But now he's saying it's not good or anything like that. That is not a good director that I would trust with my projects. And that just me. That's me in my opinion about the whole thing. That because, like, for me, right, if you got a co-sign for a project, good or bad, just keep up with it. Just keep up with your co-signing. Uh, I don't care that the movie's good or bad. Something like for me in DC, which is actually on a movie. I actually like his movies. I, I actually I actually like his movies. I think, in my opinion. I actually like his movies. The Zack Snyder movies, some of them they got some problems, but that's why I still like them. And that just me and my opinion about the whole thing. So some people probably can disagree with me and say they probably they probably gonna disagree with me and say that the Zack Snyder was perfect. That's what I like Zack Snyder movies, but the thing is his movies and they're just not perfect in my opinion. It's it's good, but the movies is not perfect in my opinion. His movies I like. I like some of his movies. And you can ask K Dog, you can ask Ashley, Nerdman, all of them. They would say that I like Zack Snyder movies. If you ask them. But that's in my opinion, tell them some but that's just me. That is me in my opinion about the whole thing. I tell some some people sound like just for me in my opinion about the thing. I think that some people just might disagree with me and say that Zack Snyder was perfect. But the thing about me is like I don't think his movie is perfect. But the thing is I think his movies is good. But I don't think they're perfect. And that's just my objective opinion about a director that I like. I like Zack Snyder. I like his movies. I like his style through some of the movies. But the thing is, in my opinion, is like I think Zack Snyder might need some help, and he want to try to make shorter movies be, be, be- because he got to find a way how to make shorter movies if he want to keep the general audience in in check. I think, in my opinion. But the thing, in my opinion, so, I do think the Terminator franchise probably can use Zack Snyder, and that is my opinion. So if I'm gonna get a Terminator movie, we need a Zack Snyder like director that is good with visuals, in my opinion, because we don't need another director that do not know the Terminator franchise. But the thing is, like I think that Zack Snyder could be the new blood for it because things the action and stuff like that, and and that is my opinion about the whole thing. Like I think the Terminator franchise is actually good, and it could be and for the Terminator franchise, I think could be saved. It could be good in my opinion. It could be saved every time like that. That's my opinion. Just for the Terminator franchise, and plus the next thing that I always talk about that I am hyped for that that I'm hyped for. Let me try to bring it up for y'all. The next show, the next show that I'm actually hyped for, just for Marvel, just just to see, I'm not biased. It's the Moon Knight. Sound like Moon Knight is one of them characters that I was actually interested in as I was reading Marvel. I was younger, and that just and that just me in my opinion about it. Moon Knight was one of my favorite Marvel characters that that I just I like from DC. DC had characters with powers with different personalities and stuff like that. Some of them, but in my opinion, talking some this character right here, Moon Knight was one of my favorites. But the thing about it, it tells them they can't bring all his personalities onto the show because you know that won't be Disney friendly. Deal with them. It won't be Disney friendly. Y'all can if I'm wrong, then y'all can tell me down below if y'all think this show's gonna be good or not. Be just for me, right? Uh, I actually do think this show could be could be one of the better shows I think does on the Disney Plus. If Disney don't actually dumb down the character, I think in my opinion, then ju- just because of me, that's because of me, in my opinion about the whole Disney. But I know Disney just will find a way. They'll dumb down the character, and they will find a way to go around certain storylines. Because you look at it, we need if they're going by the one that he's an agent or something like, or they go by the one that he is some kind of how can I say, if he one of them, if he gonna be a paleontologist, that sound like Doctor Fate. If he gonna be one of them, dang, if he gonna be a secret agent, then that's a whole different, and they gonna be one of them type of characters. I think that's gonna be good in my opinion, and that just me. That's me in my opinion. So this character right here is kind of tricky. How this show gonna go, and plus, just I just want to know how they costume just gonna look like. In my opinion, because like for me, right, I want to know, in my opinion, how this costume just gonna look. Because that's just me. The good thing about me, right, on this character right here, it looks cool in the comic books, but the thing is, like in live action, I just hope Disney just don't screw up one of my favorite Marvel characters. Because like some of my favorite Marvel characters that just I start to like, in my opinion, is Moon Knight. And that was late. That's one of my favorite characters. I start studying on that. I start studying some of the Marvel characters. Like he sound like Batman. I hate to say it. He rich and stuff like that. But the thing is that he can be an agent. Then so he won't be rich then because he gonna be something else. Because he won't be rich. I know that because cause that's what he put in like Batman. Batman rich. Batman they got me rich. If y'all got a question to ask me anything like that, y'all could type in the chat. If y'all got anything to ask me anything like that, you need because like in my opinion, be just comes from me in my opinion about the whole thing. So this is one of my characters that I'm actually hyped for, and also Isaac. And also Isaac, I think, is actually a good actor for this part, in my opinion. I think also Isaac fit this part. He fit this part, in my opinion, for this character. I think because for me, I hate to say it, Disney hire from within. We might not like it. We might not like it at all. But Disney do hire the talent therefore within that be in this show. Because you look at it, Disney don't hire nobody just from that hire somebody new, less that A or B class actor that's real good, in my opinion. That people might not agree with me on that, but stands in my opinion, I think it's true. Sound like let me see. Also Isaac playing Disney. Um Scarlett, no, wait a minute. Scarlett Johansson, she on the outside. But the thing is, it's like I think the characters right here, that character right there is gonna be good in my opinion. And therefore the DC movie that I think that we might get, if they actually do it right, in my opinion, if they actually do it right, in my opinion. it could. He's in the Justice League. He came in late. Is how can I say this? Green Arrow. We need a Green Arrow movie because the show was good, but we need a movie. Be, be, just because the Green Arrow show just had introduced the general public just to the Green Arrow, just who Green Arrow is, in my opinion, it did its job. But we need a Green Arrow movie. But that's in my opinion, tells that that we might need a younger actor or not to play this character. I think, in my opinion, because we need somebody that's actually good that can actually play this character. In my opinion, Toss, people could agree or disagree. But the thing about my opinion is Toss, we need somebody that's just star player, and that just me, and that just me in my opinion about the whole thing. And, and that gonna be a just a good testing point if we can get like a Green Arrow within this show, within the movie universe. Because you look at it, we had a Green Arrow show, we had Green Arrow in cartoons, and now that all we need is a Green Arrow that is a good starting off point, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, and that's just what I think, in my opinion. Be- because that's Green Arrow, I think the character that can fit Green Arrow is Charlie Hunter, and plus Stephanie Mill prior can play Green Arrow in the movies, and plus let me see, Stephanie Mill, Green Arrow. Let me see. Okay, Stephanie Mill is one of them. Charlie Hunnam is the second. The third one, I would have said Austin Isaac, but 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 shit, he already doing Moon Knight. I can't say him. Um, I cannot say Zach Efron because there's he don't fit the Green Arrow. Um, he don't fit the Green Arrow type. I think, in my opinion. If y'all know what I mean by that, like he don't fit the Green Arrow type. But that, my opinion, Toston, he don't fit it. That sound like for me, right? I think the Green Arrow type, he could play Nightwing. I think Zach Efron. He could play Nightwing or Booster Gold. He can play Booster Gold. I think that's Zach Efron. Zach Efron could play Booster Gold. We can look at Booster Gold as a jokester. He can fight. He got powers. He beat with Blue Beetle, and Blue Beetle is serious. And Blue Beetle Man is a serious character. Is serious character to me. And other one, two others. There's things in my opinion. So if y'all got different opinion from me, then y'all can type in the chat. Y'all can agree. Y'all can agree or not agree. But it sound like, in my opinion, it sound like that just me. That just me, in my opinion. But the whole thing tells something. If you gotta get like a Green Arrow in a movie, we need a Green Arrow in a Green Arrow. We need a Green Arrow up in the DCEU. We need them. Y'all, we might not like it, but we need a Green Arrow inside of DCEU to introduce other characters. Sound like Black Canary. There's people that work with him, that work with other heroes as well. But the thing is, like, some of y'all could agree, some of y'all probably disagree. But sound like me, in my opinion, sound like, and just in my opinion, like some people probably can agree and not agree. You can agree or disagree on that one. If y'all think DCU need a Green Arrow or don't think they a Green Arrow movie, be because like for me, right, I do think the DCEU do need a Green Arrow movie. We might not agree if we need some movies or not, but we do need a Green Arrow movie at the same time. If you look at it, because we do need a Green Arrow movie, and that's just my opinion with the whole thing. So I don't think that some people, I don't think that some people agree with that. That's like my opinion. It's like I do think we need them because we do need Green Arrow movie, and we need how can I say this? How can I say this without being too mean? The Green Arrow movie, we do need it because you look at it, it can introduce Blue Beetle, it can introduce the Teen Titans because you look at the movies of the Teen Titans, that he was actually how can I say this? He was actually introduced. He was actually in the new Teen Titans team, Blue Beetle. If we need a Damian Wayne, we need a Starfire because Starfire Titans. No, I like her, but that's what she supposed to be orange. She supposed to be orange. Starfire supposed to be orange. But y'all can agree. Y'all can agree or disagree on that one. Be that's kind of like for me, right? We need a Power Girl movie as well. But in my opinion, let's get back to Green Arrow. Sounds like the Green Arrow do have a lot of villains. If you look at it, then in my opinion, let's just start naming some of Green Arrow villains. Let me start naming them to you. Because my research when Green Arrow villains, if you look at some of Batman villains, some of his villains just got the dumbest names. But but it's just me. That's just me, in my opinion. That's just me. Some people, some people, some people are gonna agree or disagree on that one. But the thing is, in my opinion, the thing in my opinion about the Green Arrow, and they just start naming this Deathstroke, Merlin, Russia. Oh shoot, Green Arrow got some heavy hitters as as um as villains. They got Deadshot, Brick, Damien Dark, Cupid. Wait a minute, that's like I talking about here. They got some of the dumbest. Never mind. China White, Constantine Draken, Shalo, Everyman, Star City Slayer. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Half these can't be no Green Arrow villains. What? Wait a minute, nah, people. That can't be dark. That can't be his villains. Wait a minute, nah. He's actually a villain? Prometheus? Prometheus is actually a name of a blue of a there's a Green Arrow villain. That name, but still. China White. That's a shame. Constantine Draken. Count Vertical. Wait a minute now, people. Deadshot? Wait a minute. I thought Deadshot was a Batman villain, but shucks, he must be villains for both of them. Because we need a Deadshot movie as well. We need a Deadshot villain movie. We need a Deadshot villain movie. I am calling for that. We need Will Smith to come back to do that movie because we need another villain. Death Dealer, Eddie Fryer. No word. Wait a minute now. These villains, these some sad villain names. Merlin, yeah, yeah. Merlin is one of them heavy hitter villains. That could be a two-part Green Arrow movie. Does she do it? That could be a good thing. And Shado, wait a minute now, wait a minute now. These some crazy names for some. These are some crazy names, man. These some crazy names just for some villains. Just for some villains in that character. These some crazy names. And that just me. That me my opinion about the Green Arrow. But shucks, I got to I got to give my opinion based on the suit, based on Supergirl suit that's in Flashpoint. I think. Yeah. Where is her suit? Because they had her suit on set. They had her picture of her on set though. Shucks, shucks, shucks. They had her. Shucks, man. I can't find that picture. Shoot. I should say that. I should say that shoot when I seen it. Yes, I see. I see it. Yes, I see it. I see the suit. Oh shoot. Good man. I probably got to show y'all the suit right now. I'm about to show y'all the Supergirl suit and just my opinion about the whole thing. Be- because for me, right, this ain't Supergirl in my opinion. It's not. Y'all can try to disagree with me on that, but that's not Supergirl. Y'all can agree or y'all can disagree, but that is not Supergirl. That's a different version of Supergirl, I think too. I think that's a different version. I see it right here. My opinion on this suit, since it's not the Supergirl of our Earth, it's a different Supergirl. I give it a pass. But this Supergirl right here got to be a Supergirl that's in another universe, in my opinion. They got to be a Supergirl just from a different universe. Be, just get the thing about it. Um it can't be this Supergirl. That's just my opinion about the whole thing. My opinion about it is like in my opinion about the whole thing is like how should I say this? My opinion about the Supergirl suit, it's not bad. It's not a bad suit. That I just want to know which Supergirl is this? Is this our prime Supergirl or just is this somebody else Supergirl just from a different time, in my opinion? Because like for me, right, I want to know which Supergirl is this? Which Supergirl is this and which one is we talking about here? This good thing about my opinion is like just I want to know I want to know, in my opinion, is on which Supergirl is this? Because, like my opinion, this Supergirl suit do not look bad, and plus the actress hair should be longer. It should not be cut, in my opinion. It shouldn't be cut. The actress hair should not be cut, in my opinion. It should not be cut. Y'all can agree or disagree. But then what I mean is like this sound like, just for me, in my opinion, right, is like something like, just for me, in my opinion, about the whole thing is like on the Supergirl suit, I think I think her suit should be a little bit brighter, and plus it need more level outside the outside the S. It need more level, so it's like a straight line level that go across here. If y'all know what I'm talking about, sound like the Superman suit, in my opinion. That that just me, in my opinion, and that just me, in my opinion, about the whole thing. It sound like, for me, right? It's like we need a whole different suit. That not a whole different suit, but we need a brighter suit. But I just hope time for the movies and stuff like that is like we could get how could I say, we can get a blue that is brighter, more brighter, be different from her cousin. I think, in my opinion, Tassom, those two people might need to stand out. I think, in my opinion, they need to stand out. They might need to stand out, in my opinion. So have this and have that, in my opinion. It might need to have two different kind of suits to stand out, just just to see the way that Kryptonians be like, be good, just be different in different ways. Because, like, I know the Krypton show and stuff like that. In my opinion, the on the Krypton show, and everything like that, in my opinion, actually wasn't wasn't bad. But the Kryptonian show, but the good Kryptonians, I think the Kryptonians, like in the show, dressed different. They dressed different. The culture was different in different ways and stuff like that. And plus, the Supergirl and Superman probably should reflect that, I think, in my opinion. And plus, the opening suit design. You can look at it, all the S might be the same, but that's what the S had a different suit design. But the thing about it, it sounds like some people probably can agree, some people are not. Some people probably agree, some people might not. But things, in my opinions, it sounds like, I just think that some people just can have different points of opinion. In my opinion, different opinions, everything like that. And that just me, in my opinion, like that suit. I get that suit. I see right now. I get a suit a B minus. It's good, but the thing is, the suit can use improvements. But the suit is the B minus. It could be a B minus to a B plus, in my opinion. B minus to a B plus. That is my grade for this suit right here, in my opinion. But this suit is not bad. The suit that they need a cape. The suit need a cape. It need a cape, unless they're doing it at least like in CG tape. Uh, um, a CG cape and stuff like that. I think, in my opinion, if they doing this and they doing that, then sure, I'm cool with that. But the thing is, in my opinion, it's not like they do need to make a suit with her with an actual cape on it, and plus actually How can I say this? Shucks. How could I say this? God dang it. How can I say this? This suit right here actually, it actually bring her body, I think, a little bit more. Her body, her suit, everything like that looks good in the suit. But the thing is, but my preference would have been is like her hair would have been longer. Her hair would be cut though. Her hair would not have been cut, in my opinion. It would not be cut and nothing. That just me. That just my opinion of the whole thing. I would not have cut her hair. I don't care about the comments in that point. At certain times, look at your actress. Sometimes she looked good with long hair. And why you put abs on it? What wrong with a flat stomach? Keep the stomach flat. I think, in my opinion, don't try to put definition and stuff in it. I do just would have flat stomach in shape, flat stomach, I think like that. If you want to put definition on it, don't put too much definition to be showing too much. I think, in my opinion, just me. That's my opinion about the whole thing. That's just my opinion about the whole situation about her suit, and that is my opinion. Off top of her suit. At the same time, I think, in my opinion, her suit is not a bad suit, but just I'll make some improvements on it though. A brighter blue, just with some more logo. I think, in my opinion, that just would have been my preference. Her had long hair, long black hair, long black hair. I think, in my opinion, and that would have been mine. That would have been my improvements on it and stuff like that. I think, in my opinion, based on hers, I think it's something like that. And plus, I hear about Riddick is making another movie, and let's just look that on that article up. Riddick movie. They're making a new Riddick movie, and let's just go to the article, people. Let's go to the article, people. Let's go to the article. Let's go to the um. Let's go to the article, and let me get to it. And this gonna be me. This gonna be me, and plus my opinion. This on the Riddick article. I think, in my opinion, is gonna be. And let's just go to the article. Let's go to the article, people. Let me share. I'm about to share the screen and show you got a Riddick article. What it talking about? Riddick is coming back. Vin Diesel say Riddick 4 is written and they are moving towards filming. Okay, it's written. Okay, written is half the battle. We are about to get the Night Fast and Furious movie, and we will be getting a fourth Riddick film. Okay, okay, I respect it. I res- I respect it though. I respect it. And speaking with Games Radar, just just to promote F9, reportedly the fastest and most furious sequel to date. Vin Diesel said not only has the script for Riddick 4 codenamed Fury have been completed, but the project is actually moving towards filming. Okay, that's actually a good thing. And written slash director David Twile, he wrote a great script. It's a matter of timing when we get an opportunity to shoot that. He told the outlet that he told the outlet, but I believe we're shooting in Australia. It will be the fourth chapter in that series, which will be awesome. Okay, yep, yeah, yes, yes. We getting the fourth one. We getting the fourth Riddick. Thank you, thank you. I was waiting on this news right here. And Diesel and Diesel went to a certain. Definitely, the movie script is already written. Thank you. Shoot. But things, it's certain parts are written. I mean, to be written. But that's what I am not opposed to changes if it's good. If it's good for the story, I'm good with the change. If it's bad for the story, please don't make that change. And it said we filmed the fourth chapter already. All right, not bad at all. Diesel has starred in three films centered around the Riddick character: Pitch Black in 2000, 2004, Chronicles of Riddick, and 2013, Riddick. Okay. And now here's come the obligatory wet blanket with a grand son. We heard this before for years. Not only Disney showed a picture of himself, from the script written for back in 2019, and or Not So Fast Furious a year later, but Star also touted the fourth film Possible Misspell in the spin-off back in 2015. But you got to give person time though to write the movie and stuff like that, make sure it's good. Just said Diesel is a hot sci-fi sequel establishing intellectual properties continues to be hot. A script is written that wouldn't be exactly the biggest gap in between sequels. The 15 minutes see also Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks Return isn't exactly a long shot. Who's know we keep our eyes peeled and ears open for any further development news that comes our way. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all like the news? Do y'all like not like the news? Of this the fourth Riddick movie? Because like for me, right, I actually like this news or the fourth Riddick movie actually being written and being written in my opinion. Because like for me, right, I like the 2013. I like the latest one, and plus I like the Riddick movie. The Riddick movie actually good, and it was Riddick, Pitch Black. I like that one. And Red 2013 when it shoot the dog. I was so mad when it shot the dog because he raised that dog everything like that and they shot it. You know what I say? Kill all of them. I didn't kill. I I just had rooted for Vin Diesel in that movie. I rooted for him. I rooted for Vin Diesel doing that movie. When he killed his dog and Riddick, the last one, I wanted everybody to be dead. I didn't care. I did not care who lived. I did not care who died during that time. I just knew. I just knew for me after that part, did kill his dog. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gone. Just kill everybody. Nobody's safe. I didn't care who lived and who died after that point. Because that's what. Why would you kill the dog though? Why would you kill the dog? The dog ain't did nothing to you. The dog didn't bite you, and you just shooting it, boom, boom, like that. Come on, man. Come on, man. That junk ain't right. That wasn't even right, in my opinion. Be just kind of like for me, right, and kind of like for me, right, and dealing with the Riddick movies. If y'all want me to, if y'all want me just to review 'em, just how can I say this? Review all the Riddick movies, everything like that. If y'all want me to do that, then just I will. If y'all want me to do it, the thing in my opinion, if y'all want me to review the Riddick movies and everything else like that, in y'all opinion, because then I will do it if y'all want me to review the Riddick movies, all of them, because like the Riddick movies, I actually like them. I actually like all the Riddick movies. Because the best one I like is the I like the first one. The first one was actually good. The first one was actually a good Riddick movie. The third one was good too, but the second one was kind of iffy for me, but also it's good. But it's actually good in my opinion. It's actually a good movie. It's actually a good movie in my opinion. Something like me, in my opinion, right? I actually do think that the Riddick movie probably could how can I say? It can do a spin-offs if they can introduce certain characters, right? If they can introduce new characters, I think, right? I think, in my opinion, and that just mean, in my opinion, about the whole Riddick series, because like the Riddick series now is actually a good series in my opinion. It's actually good. And plus the Riddick series, I think the Riddick series of movies is actually good movies. The first three is actually good movies. But the thing about the fourth one is like I just hope that fourth movie just don't kill, how can I say, the franchise, something like Terminator did. Please don't do that. Be- because like certain movies and certain characters, it could start off good, like in first movie good, second movie good, third movie good, fourth movie it just gets stupid, just get dumb. I think, in my opinion, I just hope this movie just don't do that. In my opinion, like this movie don't need to go dumb. It don't need to go stupid. I think, in my opinion, this movie do not need to go stupid. It needs to be cohesive in a story for it. It needs to have a good, cohesive story, in my opinion. The thing about it, y'all can agree, y'all can disagree. But the thing about me is like I feel this story need to be like I say, cohesive with the rest of the series, and don't do like Fast and Furious, in my opinion. And plus, for the next story that's I got me doing is gonna be about the Transformers. Because I think that Transformers is making a series, and MSK has talked about it. I think Master Swag King, he got a channel. K Dot got a channel. Just need SSJK Dot. Just look him up. He got a channel. Ashley, Ashley the Widow, she got a channel as well. And plus, like for me, right? I think the new Transformer news. Where is that? Where's that article at? Because shoot, I had the article up March 20. No, it could be at 2022. Wait a minute now. What's that for? They put some new Transformers movies. I think they're making. Shoot, shoot. I had the article up. Where's that article? Shoot, man. Shoot, I had that 8 days ago. Okay, so I go over there. Shoot, shucks. I had a new article coming. Man, shucks. I had it. Okay, okay, people. And let's just bring up this article right here. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. It's already up there. Okay. Okay. That Transformers, Rise of the Beast, new movie villain, Terracon to wreak havoc on Brooklyn. It's always the big cities because the big cities have everything, though. Transformers is going into beast mode. Look out, Brooklyn. On Tuesday, director Steven Trapper Jr. Wait a minute. I know that name. Steven Trapper Jr. did Creed 2. And that was a good movie. Creed 2 was a good movie. He did that movie. He did that movie good, I think, in my opinion. Creed 2 was good. Steve Caple Jr. He did that movie. Let's look at that movie. If y'all ain't saw it yet, that Creed 2 movie, that Creed 2 movie was good. And and plus producer Lorenzo de Vittoria, who share major changes coming to the seventh installment of the mega franchise. Wait a minute, seven. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Bumblebee. Yeah. I remember that. Bumblebee. But that's what I didn't like Bumblebee because it made Bumblebee scary, and Bumblebee is not a scary Transformers. He's a he's one of the he one of the lieutenants or scouts that know how to fight or warrior robot. He one of the warriors. But says he won't be scared or wrenching nothing like that. But it did move different anyway, shoot. And that got on my nerves. The battle is moved to 1994 Brooklyn. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Turn around. Rewind. Why the way to go back to the past? This is not the why. Why they go back to 1994? Let's see about the race some movies. They about to race some movies, y'all. I think this Transformers universe is about to get rebooted, and Bumblebee to me was step one, and Bumblebee was scary, which was stupid in my opinion. Okay, shucks, I hate reading this. Man, shucks, I saw that year, I didn't like it, and this movie better be good too. Man, y'all bring me back to 1994. Man, I was a child. Um, for the new film title, Rise of the Beast, featuring new him star Anthony Ramos in the Heights and Dominique Fishback for Judas, that's the Black Messiah. Why would you go back? Why would you go back to 1994? That's dumb. That's dumb. Why would you go back to 1994? That's one of the dumbest thing I ever heard. Of. No, man. That's them. That's what they're thinking about. That's what they're doing. I'm just glad in like the 80s when they go into the 90s. But yeah, 1994 though. Shoot, damn, 1994 is far back. Y'all dug it right now. And there are different breeds of transformers that capture. Man, you can't do that in the present, though, dog. You can't do it in the present. Prepare for maximum creatures like descendants of the world protecting Autobots, Predacons, descendants of evil Decepticons, and a new movie villain, Terracon. And these command will bring the boom to Brooklyn. Oh shucks. Brooklyn, I feel sorry for y'all, bro. Because y'all about to be white from the map. That was just about to happen. Y'all about to be white from the map. Y'all about to wipe everything from Brooklyn off the map. And there's something new that we dropping onto the table. There's some dope characters I'm going to introduce. Boy, this movie better be good, bro. Because you try to hype this thing up, this movie better be good. We get to pair everybody up against each other. Val de Bonaventure, Ventorio. So it became a grand finale epic transformer experience. From a new returning character to a more iconic transformer, because here, what the fans could expect in Transformers Rise of the Beast 2 next year. They got a year. They got a year to fix this. That's what. I don't want nothing in the 90s. I hate going back to the past. Why is you going back to the past unless you is rebooting the universe? You got to be you got to be doing something with this universe, man, that you're not telling us or something, man. Because shoot, man, this can't right here. And this is the symbol. Transformers the Rise of the Beast. Why? I like the sign though. I like the title screen, how I look, and everything else like that, in my opinion. I like the title screen, everything like that. I actually like it. In the new film, it's going to battle between Autobots, Decepticons, but called but called New Flare the whole thing the Terracons. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know the Terracons is nothing little things that boost up Transformers. I know that's something else, I think, right? But it's really Terracons who are leading the villains. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know Autobots. I know Autobots, Decepticon, and plus I know it's like small robots they give each and everybody a boost. It sounds like Power Rangers and stuff like that. If y'all don't know, sound like High School DxD. Just thing like that. It give you a boost, and boost, just like that. My opinion. That's how it is in my opinion. But some people might not like it or not. But it's how it is. If he gonna lead it, man, boy, it gonna be some backstabbing and everything else. And the Terracons include the Fierce Nightbird and Nissan GTR and Scourge. I think Scourge, right? Shucks. Yep, Jason Lee took. Man, shoot. I hope it's better than Transform. Man, I hope this Transforms better too. I do hope it's better too. Because you took the words right out of my mouth, man. You took the words right out of my mouth when you said that. Because like for me, right, if you gotta bring all these type of changes and stuff like that to the franchise. I think that you got to bring these all these changes stuff to it. They must they must be doing some type of reboot. They got to be doing a reboot because you can't be saying to us, "So you don't better than 1994 and and Bumblebee and Bumblebee back in the past and this movie in the past." They got to be doing the reboot. That's all I got to say. If they're not doing the reboot, then they're stupid, in my opinion. And the film will also the Autobot leader Optimus Prime will return as the main hero for longtime voice Peter Carlin. There's no discussion without him. Say Da Vinci Vittoria, Peter Boyd. The movie will serve as backstory to the hero, given the origin of his Earth protecting ethos. I want to discover more about Optimus Prime. Dig under the metal. Say Capital Jr. Okay, okay. This seems like it's gonna be a liberal origin for Optimus Prime. Just Optimus Prime. The reason that's the reason why stuff like that. He gonna be protecting the Earth. I think my opinion. Actually a good thing. But thanks in my opinion, talks on how it is just gonna introduce all these stuff in one movie and this give it a two-part movie.
What's up, brother? Happy birthday.
Oh, well, thank you, man. That if they're doing a reboot of the Transformers, because they're going back to 1994, and plus the last movie happened in the present,
Oh, the
they must be
Bumblebee.
doing a reboot.
I
Yeah,
hope I
the
hope it's better than Michael Bay's Transformers. I did not like the the Transformers they did Michael Bay's. I didn't like. Bumblebee was better, but I didn't care for the first movie
yeah,
was fine, and it when the second one, like Devastator and all that, I was really bummed out with that. Let me. It's like let me. It's like let me show you. I mean, it's a little sign, but this is what my Transformers look like. I mean, it's just like a sign of all the like you see the Decepticons and stuff, especially the
okay.
especially the
Oh yeah,
what especially the one that makes Devastator. They look
yeah,
like those guys. Looks like actually construction vehicles. They didn't look like
yeah,
whatever they decided to make them on that. And like
yeah, yeah.
it's like I said, this is my Transformers. I mean, that thing they made, Michael Bay made, that was. I mean, he did good Prime and some of the characters, but like Starscream, I didn't like. I didn't like. Let me who say Megatron. Um, I didn't
It
like
did some stuff.
Soundwave. I didn't care for that.
Yeah, it's just man, they did some stuff bad. Up in the Michael Bay movie, because you look at it, the first Transformer movies should have been two parts.
Well,
I
and then
think
like
my
the, well, then the way they did Unicron, I was like so excited. They're gonna bring Unicron in, and Unicron was what they called it. I don't know what that was. This a horn coming out. He was inside of Earth, or where they?
man, I
That
saw
was
it. I came out of the theater mad, bro. I came out of the movie theater mad.
and then even the Dinobots. There was not what they was like. It's like with the CGI and all that. It's just not what I wanted to see. I'm like this Beast Wars. I like the Beast Wars series, but I
Yeah,
hope they make it better than what they did to
they
the
need to make
original.
the Beast War. They need to make the Beast War movie at least about a 2 or 3 part movie. At least that, based on the
Yeah.
series.
I just hope like I said, I just hope they make the characters. What I really would like to see them do is the Transformer animated movie. It came out in the early '80s. I was a little kid when I watched. I would
Oh yeah,
love to see that one done exactly same story. I want the characters to look, like they're supposed to, but like, but
mhm.
Pixar, but upgraded like with Pixar style,
Yeah.
DreamWorks, type of, animation level. I would like to, but I don't want them to change. I want Soundwave to look like Soundwave, but I want him,
Yeah,
I want the graphics a little bit better. I want the same identical. I love to see that same identical Unicron and all that, but I want to see that at fresh animation, you know, like a Pixar
Oh
style
yeah.
or a DreamWorks style movie. I would love
Oh
to
yeah.
see that.
Boy, boy, the thing is like I worry about Transformer movies is worrying about the personalities of each
Hmm.
Transformers. You bring it to live action because you look like Ironhide, that Iron Can man who got killed just by the other man. He would have
Yeah.
never just got caught slipping like that. He because you look at it, he would have been died fighting. He wouldn't be died just get
Hmm.
stabbed in the back
Yeah.
just by the villain.
Yeah, I bought this sign. I was trying because I had most of these when I was a kid. I wish I still had them because it'd be worth a lot of money now. I was just looking at some of the characters. I know I used to go back and watch the movies, but I was like, you know, they didn't make none of the guys, none of the Transformers look like hardly anything it looked from the animated series back in the day.
Yeah,
Especially the Decepticon. The Autobots look more closer than the Decepticon. The Decepticons, they just like gooey aliens. Every one of them. It was like, um, you know, I would love to see Ravage and Laserbeak, just you know, back in the day, Rumble and all that. You know, we got to see these, you know, little gooey aliens like we was fighting, like Men in Black versus the Transformers. So it was sort of like, so it
oh yeah,
didn't. So to me, it was like, why is all the Decepticons all like gooey aliens, and the other ones actually like metal robots? So it's like,
yeah.
but yeah, like Hound, like some of your favorite ones. Like yeah, I was just looking at some of these, trying to remember some of their names. Like you got a Hound. Um, let me
Kind of like the
see.
thing I wanted to see. Just was Optimus Prime brother that's bigger than him.
Oh,
Optimus Prime.
Mega Supreme. What's it called? God, that's yeah, I can't forget what's his name. He had Hot Rod and Optimus Supreme. It was, I believe, because
Yeah,
so that was the one that was sort of getting into towards the end of Generation One, going into Generation Two. Yeah, I love when you start getting into that, when you get all these characters that build one big character, big monster robot. I mean,
yeah,
Devastator was the original one, but then you had all the ones with the lions and the I'd have to go
yeah.
back and watch them. The ones that had the lions and tigers and make them into the airport Air Force people. You know, had the little airplane ones that would make a big one and all that. And
Oh
the
yeah. It sounds like Power Rangers when you starting to combine them together.
yeah, but I mean that I enjoyed them. But like I said, like most of the characters, like if you go back and watch them, it's like they did not make nothing. Like they messed up Bumblebee, for God's sake. Bumblebee's a little bug, you know. They made him a Camaro Corvette. You know that. Come on, they messed
Oh
that
yeah.
all up.
Yeah. I did
But
like Bumblebee. I did like Bumblebee just as a Camaro, just as a B at that time.
yeah.
Because thing about it, I just have a feeling that as such doing that Transforce series that as such that just making Bumblebee a bigger Camaro would have been at least of my problems, and that
Hmm.
was true.
Yeah,
Look at that.
like the Bumblebee movie, I enjoyed it better because the first part of it was more like the animation series. Because when they're on,
Yeah.
the planet and all that,
Cybertron.
Cybertron and all that. I mean, it felt like you were actually, part of the, the anime back like the animation movie. But hopefully, when they do this next series, I know they're gonna have to reboot it. I mean, it's gonna be because I
Yeah.
think they've already. It's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is going. I've heard now they're going on the third reboot. So, I mean, it's just, it's kind of they ruined that last one.
This should make it like the original. I think original sound like they need to bring the female Ninja Turtle too. The second and third movie.
Mm-hmm.
It would it need a female Ninja Turtle like in the third and fourth movie and then make a
Mm-hmm.
reboot.
Yeah, I mean, the originals wasn't bad. I mean, the first one and the second, but then the third one was the greatest. But I'm just saying. Yeah, I just them last ones they made that reboot. I think Michael Bay did those too, didn't he? He the one who made the last two turtles.
I I think he made the first one I know, but
Yeah,
the second I'm not sure.
yeah. So he needs to stay away from those kind of movies.
Be, be,
He's
be, because like the one thing like I don't want him there is Power Rangers. Please please don't bring Michael Bay just in the Power Rangers because he gotta find a way to sexualize everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of like Thundercats. I'm a little scared about that movie coming out too, because same guy did Mortal Kombat is doing that one. I'm like, oh,
Which
could
one?
be
The new one?
a new one. Yeah, the
I like the
Thundercats.
new one though. I like the new
Oh,
one
oh, you like the new Mortal Kombat?
because the new one been like the prequel just to tournament or something like that. That
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't the original first tournament. That was the future and stuff like that. It- just after the non-tournament's been fought,
Mm-hmm.
that was the events after.
Oh, okay.
Be, be, because like the only people that were left was Sonya, Jax, Liu Kang, Kano. I never trusted him. Shut. I just would have killed him just on sight. I would have see him on my team because that's like a he would have found a way just to betray the team anyway.
Yeah.
And why did and plus I knew that Lord Raiden knew like he would betray them, but the
Mm-hmm.
thing is like Raiden I think that Raiden didn't know how. He just needed to prove it. But the thing is it was too late by the time he figured out how he did it.
Yeah. But,
And that was Liu Kang and everybody else tried to watch him. Because you're supposed to be guardian over the temple. Why are you not watching Kano?
exactly.
Because shoot, that's me. I wouldn't watch that sucker. I I would have been I would have been having cameras and everything like that, in my opinion, over that sucker.
Yeah, I was funny because I was there. I think I was streaming out one night with Onzo and Robert and all that one night and something. They're big Mortal Kombat fans, so they were like, oh, I didn't care for the movie, but I played the game a few times and I've seen the original movie, so I mean I didn't have like a biggest beef as they did. They were like, oh, because of Kate because the new character Cole Young or what it is. I was like, wow.
The thing like Cole Young, he like a descendant of Scorpion. He can be tight anyway, up in future moves anyways, since
Yeah.
Big O defended descendant of Scorpion. But that's you look at the actor, that the actor really could fight. It
Hmm.
look outside the moves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He got trained as a fighter, but the thing is, it is up to the big old director to bring in the to bring his skills onto the screen,
Yeah.
and that is your job as just as a big old director. I think, in my opinion, because you feel the actor on that point, and you make that character hate it because you didn't think about the character's skill set. Because you look at it, Scorpion had his skill set, Sub Zero, Sonya, Jax. Everybody else had a skill set inside of moving, and you couldn't find a way to bring his skill set onto the screen.
Hmm.
Cole Young, you failed as a build director to me when you
Yeah.
failed in doing that.
Yeah. You
And
see
this
it?
and this the character right here. I'm about to show you the Funko Pop I got.
Okay.
This the character I want to see right here as a movie. Hey, where's the shucks? Yeah, always do this to me, that camera. Yeah, always do this to me. This the character right here. I want to see it's a standalone movie.
Oh,
And
Gambit. Gambit.
yeah,
Well, they were supposed to. They were supposed to. But before Disney bought Fox out, but that for a single movie.
yeah, and that's my problem with Disney. It is like Disney buys stuff and Disney don't follow through
Hmm.
onto the projects that's supposed to be going on.
I don't.
Because
I don't know when they're gonna. I don't know when they're gonna bring the mutants or the X Men or how they're gonna the. I mean, I thought WandaVision was going to be the start of it, but then that sort of didn't happen. And
That was supposed to be the start of it, but but
hmm
but 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 thing is, like, people was claiming to some, give it time, give it
yeah,
time. A- After Endgame, so you should have brought in the mutants right then.
well,
After
exactly. Yeah.
Endgame, because you shouldn't be waiting 5 6 years just to bring in mutants.
hmm
Because you want to save them up, because you don't got no good ideas. You look at the X-Men backstory, tell itself.
The Fantastic Four too. I mean, what are they trying to tell? They need those characters in there to for these storylines. I mean, these
Yeah,
characters involved in it. Professor X is involved in a lot of these. They've held a lot of characters back that they need in there.
yeah. Because you look at Loki, so you needed for Xavier for that, just for Loki. Because Loki just like to lie, and plus Xavier probably can
hmm
tell if you lying or not, and you needed him.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm hoping. I'm not sure what Kevin Feige's going to do. I mean, maybe it's Doctor Strange is going to bring the mutants in, or I mean, I was hoping there
for me,
was rumored we was going to get Storm in Black Panther 2, but I don't know what Chadwick Boseman's death. I don't
but
know how
we
I don't know how that's going to work now. So they may not have her in there now.
like on time for me, right? This might be controversial to say, but we need a new Black Panther. We need a new cast as Black Panther, because you look at it, the Black Panther story
hmm
is not finished being told.
No, no, that's the thing. There's a lot in there. I know Shuri becomes Black Panther in the comics, but
But that is
We haven't had enough stories of T'Challa yet. I mean, it's kind of you can't
but
really
she
push him
just
out.
but if you look at it, sure, right, that she just had just for a little while, and
hmm
then the brother came in, and he got it right back from her, because he knew that she couldn't handle it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how they're going to do it. I hope I've heard like the Namor is going to be in that film and Doctor Doom. So I don't know what they're going to do, but I hope it's good.
Because the thing about it, if you had Namor and plus Doctor Doom coming in, sure, we need a new Black Panther.
hmm
Because look at Black Panther, he's the only character that can handle them hand by hand.
hmm
I like Shuri as a character, everything like that, but that's what she can't beat Doctor Doom, man.
Well, I mean, they keep saying Killmonger is going to come back. I just don't see how he can come
Yeah,
back. I mean, I
he can.
I I thought he died in but then I've hearing people saying, well, he wasn't officially dead, and Shuri might have took him in there and sort of healed him, but they didn't.
No,
I mean, that's one of them
he
gray areas because they never explained it or nothing. So I mean, to me he died in the last one. So I don't unless they
yeah, like
retcon that.
he died unless the snap for Thanos or something like that just had
Yeah,
brought him back. You know what I mean? Something like snap for Thanos. If he brought everybody that was dead or something like that,
yeah, but I mean, he brought people, all the dead people back then. That's the thing because he was dead way before the snap. So.
yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
I guess we'll find out next year. So
and this is my problem. Where is Nova? Because you look at it, Nova should have been in Infinity War and plus Endgame. Where in
yeah,
the world is
exactly.
Nova?
That's going to be a character as they're going to have to explain because I mean, pretty much like way they got it, like Thanos destroyed that whole the whole Nova core, so Nova might be. I don't know. I would have brought him in way. I don't know what's they're taking so long for that.
I would have brought in Nova during Civil War just as a teaser at at the end of Civil War or something like that, or just Spider-Man second movie, anything like that. I would bring it as a teaser, and in that
hmm
movie before just for just before Infinity War. I think, in my opinion,
Well, they
and
should have brought what's his name in from the Guardians of the Galaxy because actually, if you go back in the
Adam
comics, he's the
Warlock,
one who what is his name? Gotta forget his name. Because he's a
Drax.
I know he because he's the one who actually beat Thanos and like the oh
Did he? That's Adam Warlock. That's Adam
Adam
Warlock.
Warlock. Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock. I forgot his name.
And,
Adam
and,
Warlock. Yeah.
and he was a big part of beating Thanos. He was a big part of it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering what they really dropped the ball there. I'm surprised they didn't have him in there. Had him already his character going.
It sounds like for me, right, is like I think Disney think about money before they think about which characters puts me in the story. I think, in my opinion, and that just me, in my opinion, what I think about because you look at it, Adam Warlock could have been up at Infinity War, and plus he could have ended this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
He could have ended just by taking off the gauntlet off of Thanos' hand
Yeah.
because you look at it, he's smart enough to do it.
Yeah.
Because you look at
Well, I
Doctor
really don't
Strange.
blame Disney on the Marvel side. I think Disney's Kevin Feige's got like almost 100% control right now. They pretty much, unless Kevin one of his movies bombs, I think the big boys at Disney will say, okay, we're going to let him go. Just keep bringing us into cash. Now, I mean, over Star Wars, they starting to tangle around with, but Marvel,
Two
that
of his
haven't.
movies did bomb though. The two of his movies did bomb sound like Ant-Man and the Wasp. That movie bombed, and plus Disney never tried to correct them.
Yeah, but even though it bombed, I was looking at the financials. It still made money though. That's the only thing. It was one of their lower end movies, but if it still
No,
made
that
five, six.
movie just had introduced the quantum war, the quantum realm or something like that in that movie. The quantum
Mm-hmm.
realm, the second Ant-Man movie. That sound like Marvel movies used to make more money when you tease you supposed to introduce something new.
Yeah,
Most of the time in those movies, and that movie
yeah,
bombed.
yeah. It was one of their weaker movies, especially coming off. I think didn't it come right off of Infinity War too? Yeah, I came right off Infinity War, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that came out
yeah.
after.
Yeah, but I was looking at, like I said, it bombed in our eyes, but I guess financially, it's like Iron Man 3 to me would be a bomb, but that movie made
Yeah,
$1 billion, so that's it's not one of their greater movies, but
yeah,
it's
it
still
is.
it still made $1 billion, even though to me it was like one of the worst films they produced, but I don't know,
Sound
sure.
like the Thor movies. It sound like the Thor movies. The Thor movies. Ragnarok. That movie just had disappointed me and stuff like that. Because you look at it, that movie puts me serious, and they made it a comedy, and I was
Oh,
mad.
because they made bring the comedy in there, yeah. What Tiki? What's his name? Yeah, he that's
Taiki, yeah,
yeah, I can't pronounce
and
his
that's what
name.
I don't get.
Well,
Most of
that's
his
what you're
movies,
going to get. This next four movies going to be the same. It's going to be with him directing. It's going to be comical.
he
So
got to learn how to he got to learn how to make serious movies sometimes too. Because your movies can't be comedy all the time. Because you got to be able to be diversified in your movies.
hmm
Because you don't, people is gonna start categorize you just to doing that one thing, and
hmm
companies companies just won't hire you if they made and then they'll move to be serious. They won't hire you.
well, Love and Thunder's. You're going to have the God Butcher in there, so I really don't see how they can make that comical. That's because that's sort of you got a dark character coming in there.
But
That
yeah,
he's the God Butcher. So I know it's going to be he's going to make it comical, but I just don't see. You bring some of these like really serious characters, or even you had Surtur in that even Ragnarok. That's not really a comical character, I mean,
but we said the same thing just by Ragnarok that with Disney just can't make it a comedy, but they found a
mhm.
way. They found a way.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's like I said. But yeah, I mean, Kevin Feige's made him so much money. They don't really mess with him now. Star Wars, they're starting to mess with him, like them changing the Boba Fett ship. I just seen that they're changing the name of his
Yeah,
ship and all that.
why? Why? That's dumb,
They're trying to cancel culture and all this.
man.
I'm like,
Cancel culture just don't mean nothing. Time for show ratings and show and plus show tours and stuff like that. cancel culture mean nothing, and half of them people don't even watch Star Wars anyway. The people that is complaining.
Exactly. I mean, I just don't understand. Oh, they got the actor that's playing in the series. He's pissed off about it. I don't blame him. How do you? They're going to call it Bubba Fett Starship. What kind of name is that for a Star Wars? I mean, they're getting like ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean,
half of these people complaining about a Star Wars ship and stuff like that. Get your butt up, make your own
well,
series and movies and stuff like that.
well, they're trying to make Bubba Fett like Mickey Mouse at the parks that he's going to hug and wave at everybody. Bubba Fett was not a nice guy in that series. Of
He's a
course,
killer.
he's
He's
a
a
he's a bounty hunter, a thug. He's the one of
yeah,
the
he's a
bad
killer.
guys in the universe. He's not no let's go hug everybody and wave everybody. Oh, look at my
Yeah,
starship. I mean, they making it sound like a Looney Tunes cartoon. I mean, come on. This is like
yeah.
this is a serious character.
This is not a comedy character. That's not a comedy character. Why?
Well, I
Why?
know because they want to take the word slave because it's called the slave one. They're trying to take that word out. But
No,
I meant, I have never heard anybody complain about that
nobody
since
did.
the.
That
So I
all
mean,
them years, all them years in the 70s, 80s, the animated cartoon came out. Nobody say nothing about it. But you say something about it? Come on, man. That make no sense.
it's crazy. I'm like, oh my, what are they going to try to take out next? After this, I,
Um,
I think they're going to hurt themselves really bad. They already pissed the Star Wars community off enough, but you start messing with, especially original characters from the original trilogy, and you start trying to change their names and their starships and
yeah.
things. That's going to really piss off some Star Wars fans.
And that is a legacy name because you look at time for like toys collecting and stuff like that,
Oh yeah,
and that gonna and that gonna make a lot of people that just collect toys mad
oh
and
yeah. I mean, I
and
think.
force and force them to spend more money. Ooh, ooh,
Oh yeah, I mean, I know their new Disney Star Wars and their new trilogy. I know they got all these weird names that friendly names, but this is your original Star Wars trilogy characters, and now you're gonna start messing with their names of their ships and stuff like that.
yeah,
Oh, that's just gonna the hardcore, fans of the original. This is gonna really piss them off.
yeah. Because look at it like I I had look at the old time Star Wars just for Luke everything like that and puts the prequels. But think about it, I actually like the prequels and stuff like that. Most
Oh,
people,
the
most people,
prequels, yeah.
yeah, I like the prequels because the prequels explain why Luke was the one, Luke was the balance and
Hmm.
stuff like that. They actually explain certain stuff in the prequels just what the other movies didn't explain.
Yeah.
And some people claim that the prequels ain't did nothing. But that's what if it wasn't for the prequels, you wouldn't have your Mandalorian show or nothing out right now.
Hmm.
If it wasn't for the prequels and for the original six.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's like this whole Gina Carano thing. They've messed that up too. They going in there and I
they
mean
shouldn't have
now
fired
they
her.
well I don't they, now they there's no way they can make that Rangers of the New Republic series. They've already ruined that. And how are you going to explain her not being on the Mandalorian season 3? I mean, it's just like, and then if they recast her, that's going to be garbage. So I mean that's they're getting
Be,
a little ridiculous.
because think about it, if you gotta recast her, so you gotta bring in just like a talent actor just to make it pass by smoothly.
Well, yeah. Well, it's Kathleen Kennedy's the problem. She's the one who. Well, because they said the lady who plays Ahsoka, Kathleen Kennedy doesn't like her either, and they're trying to. She was trying to get her
What?
fired also. I'm like, I'm
No, she
sorry.
won't. It,
She needs to stay out
it,
of this stuff.
uh, uh, like this me right, Charles. I don't got to like you to just do business with you. I don't got to
Hmm.
like you. I,
Hmm.
I I just gotta do business with you and stuff like that, and that's it. That's what I don't got to like you because think about
Yeah.
me, right? If it's such I've been like a big old director sign like that, that
Hmm.
actor might not like me, but that's what that actor show better do his job though.
Well, well, I mean, going to a different movie series. Like, are you into Harry Potter or any of those, the
Oh
Fantastic
yeah.
Beasts or anything? Well,
Oh
they've taken Johnny Depp after this third one, and I've heard the pre what the people who said they said it's trash without Johnny Depp because now you've already took a main character out and you had to recast them and all because of the
oh
whole
yeah.
thing. Says because
Um,
Warner Brothers fired him from the studio, so
because the Amber Heard, was she lied?
yeah,
She
yeah.
lied.
So and she
How
lied
could
too.
you not tell? How could you not tell that she was lying? And plus, like regular people went back online just on her timeline and could tell that she was lying about the time and stuff like that. Regular people, they can tell that she was lying. Just the
Hmm.
timeline that she was posting and stuff like that, they can
Hmm.
tell. How could you not tell Warner Brothers? And plus, you got the investigators and everything else like that, and you
Hmm.
couldn't tell that she was lying.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he didn't have he lost a civil suit. He didn't lose a criminal suit. So I mean,
No, he
this
he
whole thing where they just yank
he
people
is going
off.
back and
Oh,
appealing that. They say too. They're going back to appeal that because like the judge got a friend like
yeah,
who know Amber Heard or something like that,
exactly.
and that might have been the reason why that he didn't rule in Johnny's favor. That's what that was me. I
Yeah,
say Amber. So you might know my friend and stuff like that, but that's what you just not lost his case and you lied.
yeah,
This
because
what
that ruined him in Hollywood because they know the studios want to pick him up for nothing now. I mean, Disney says you're not going to be on Pirates of the Caribbean. They're going to make another Pirates of the Caribbean. We're not going to
what
have you on there. We're not going to
what
have you this. That's
come
yeah.
on. Wait a minute. Disney let him go too?
They're not going to put him on the new Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's
They
the only
want
reason why I made money. That's the only
to
reason why I made money.
exactly. They want a female lead to take over the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's what
It
that's
won't
the.
work. It won't work unless it's Johnny Child. It won't work.
I know, but that's their new thing. They like they just dropped him off like the. I mean, he was the one that made that series.
Yeah.
I mean that was I liked it. I watched all the films.
Orlando
I liked them,
Bloom,
but
Orlando Bloom and him, those two, and plus Elizabeth the lady. I like
mhm.
her, but she was my favorite.
And
But my two favorite,
Barbozo, and so. But even Orlando Bloom was only on. They only had him in three. It was only three of them. I think was he only three out of five.
yeah,
I mean, but Johnny Depp was in every film, so he was the main character. So
those was the two most popular thing. Will Turner and Jack Sparrow. Those was the two most popular characters
yeah,
up in Pirates of the Caribbean.
hmm
It wasn't the female character that was in it.
no, no,
There's she was good in the movies, but she wasn't the strongest part
yeah.
of the movies.
So
But
I mean, it's going to be hard to explain. They'll have to reboot that again. So we'll go into another reboot. That's because you can't really
it's like
take a
people,
you can't
it's
really take out a Jack Sparrow and not explain where did he go to. It's kind of won't make sense.
yeah. Yeah. Oh shucks. Because people that they're playing like D&D online and stuff like that on
Mhm.
different franchises.
Yeah.
Man, shit, them these systems must be hard to come up with.
Hmm. That's crazy. It's crazy.
It, because like them people be know the backgrounds of Star Trek, Star Wars background stuff like that. Why to be doing them D&D games and stuff like that? I
Hmm.
know. How the way you knew that? Because shoot, I watched the movies and plus just I never knew this creature name.
Yeah, yeah.
They know everything.
Oh yeah. Some of them streams I go to, yeah, they. I was like, if you know LDG man, if you go if you go anything in Star Trek, he's like Star Trek. He's like that's his thing. That and the Matrix. He came on my stream the other day because we mentioned the Matrix and he popped on. I was like, oh Lord, I knew he was going down into it. I was like, man, I've seen the movie at the theater a couple times. I saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it multiple times. My wife watched it the other day, and she's trying to. I don't understand this film. Can you tell me, explain? I said, honey, I've seen this movie like 20 times, and I still don't understand it. I mean, I said, it's a film. I said, you gotta watch
Um.
it, and then every
No, like
time you watch it, you see something different, or you feel, oh wow, I didn't know that. I was like,
Uh, I can tell you what the Matrix the series about. The Matrix series
mm-hmm.
is about having freedom of choice.
Yeah.
Because like Agent Smith, he been about order. He wanted everybody to be in order and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want nobody to be the just have strings on him.
Yeah.
Just until he saw Neo, and that's when he wanted freedom, just in the Matrix, and he wanted to be outside the Matrix,
Mm-hmm.
just be able to do his stuff. Be- because you look at it on the Matrix series, um been about Mr. Anderson and plus plus Agent Smith. If you look at the Matrix series as a whole, it been about the two characters,
Yeah.
Agent Agent Smith
It
and
just
plus Neo.
there's just so many little detail. Well, I mean, I got the basics, but there's so many little details, and like the
Yeah.
movie, it's like, I mean, LVG, he was there talking about an hour of my stream, and I was like, wow, he was going into. And if you watched him when he was doing his WandaVision, man, he was popping in the little details and stuff. I was like, wow. I was like, man, you should have been a screenwriter on this thing, man.
So like
It's crazy.
you can tell them to come on my screen tomorrow to talk about some of them stuff because sure I'll be lost.
Oh yeah,
Um
he's some. I was like, okay, I didn't know that, and I was like, okay. I was like, I said maybe I should have you go tell my wife this because my wife's like, I was like, honey, I'm not 100 because she's asked me like a certain scene. And I said, well, honey, I'm still trying to understand it myself. I said that's a movie you have to watch multiple times just to get the basic feel of the movie. Then you can start digging down in parts and on. It's
yeah.
a faking movie. It's not one of them. It's just, oh, let me watch it and end of my popcorn. I already know the movie. You're like with your mouth open the whole time trying to figure out stuff. It's one
Because
of them
like the
type of
easiest
movies.
movie because the easiest movie just to understand was about the first one. That
Yeah.
was the easiest one to understand was the first one. After the first one,
The second and third one, yeah, they got in. Well, that's what we was talking about. This fourth one coming out. The fourth one coming out in Christmas.
yeah, that
It's like I was like, man, how are they gonna do this? How Neo died, and he's like,
yeah.
no, that he didn't, and it was like, okay. I was like, I didn't. I mean, to me, him and Trinity
Um,
died. That's what I saw, but it's like,
no,
but
Neo didn't die because he beat Mr. Anderson just to free the big old machine city.
mhm.
I think in that movie, Be- because that big old sound like Agent Smith just got too powerful for the big old machines program just to
Yeah,
control, and he beat him.
hmm
But but the thing at the end of the movie, like I think the big old machine people must have healed Neo and stuff like that. It must have came away there from Zion, I think,
hmm
before they thinks and beating Mr. Anderson because like I think that big old Agent Smith might have started that war too between the big old machines and the humans.
yeah.
I think I think he got something to do with it too. I think.
So I hope the fourth one explains. How the third one ended. I was like, I'm hoping this fourth one explains a lot. So I was talking to LGG. I said, do you think? I think it's going to be another trilogy. I think or if the
Yeah.
movie does well, I think that it'll definitely be a
It
trilogy.
had to be a
But
trilogy though. It had to be a trilogy just to explain everything. Just how
yeah,
Neo came back,
it's
just how Trinity came back, everything like that.
it's like Star Wars. It's a kind of them kind of movies. You got to have at least 2 or 3 movies to. Because unless you have a Zack Snyder 6-hour movie, it just you can't
Yeah.
explain everything. I
Yes,
sort of
sir.
like that's going to be like this new Spider-Man, man. I hope this Spider-Man movie ain't an hour and a half because it's going to be hard to explain 3 Spider-Mans, a Doctor Strange, 20 villains,
Yeah.
possibly Daredevil, and all this in an hour and 30 minutes. So
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And plus Marvel need to explain is why Luke Cage, Marvel, Jessica Jones, and everybody wasn't up in the end just an end game opus or Infinity War. They should have been in no movies.
I know I like I'm saying, but like I said, that Spider-Man. I said I was telling Anzo and them. I said I hope. I said, I hope it ain't where we see, where Dr. Ock and all them are coming in there. I hope it ain't like a portal opens and you see Doc Ock comes in. He hits Spider-Man hits him one time and he falls for another portal and that's the end of him in like 20 seconds. I hope that ain't the cameo we're gonna get. I'm
That
afraid
is
that might be what we get, but I hope it ain't.
this is Sony. This is Sony what we talking about. I just don't trust them for nothing.
I know Kevin Feige's doing it, but I just like God. I hope it's at least a
Sony
2 hour
still
movie.
doing it though. And
I
that's
hope
my
it's a
thing.
I just hope
You
it's
know,
a 2 hour movie because I know a lot of their movies they like doing it. They like doing an hour and 20 minutes, and there's just no way you're gonna do a movie an hour and 20 minutes with all
that
those
is
characters.
that is too short. An hour 20 minutes too short for
An
that type
hour,
of
you know,
movie.
I want at least a 2 hour, 2.5 hour movie. It's got to be a little bit lengthy, just
Yeah,
explain
yeah.
stuff because
I unless they make it like a two-part movie or something like that.
yeah,
They did Infinity War and plus
yeah,
Endgame. That's the only way they got me able to explain some of this,
yeah.
in
The
my
only
opinion.
the only thing I'm wondering, and maybe this is what we're gonna say because the way the last Spider-Man ended, it doesn't explain nothing how all these new the other two Spider-Mans,
Yeah,
possible Miles Morales, possible I don't see I've heard possible Miles Morales, possible
Miles Morales.
Venom, possible Morbius, possible. I know they said the Green Goblin's going to be in it.
Yeah,
Rhino, Electro, Doc Ock, possible Daredevil, um, who else?
if this is enough,
Vulture.
yeah,
But I mean, like, but the way it ended, okay, he's on the run, but nothing there. Expect only thing I can see is maybe Loki. We're
yeah,
going to see at the end of Loki, maybe we're going to see the two Spider-Men show up or something where they can start, because we're going to be
that's
like going in the movie, like, how the hell did all these people get here? I'm just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
because I know he's on the run. They announced that, he's the Spider-Man's, he was
Yeah,
killed,
future.
Mysterio and all that, but it doesn't say it doesn't even it made more sense if Doctor Strange 2 would have been in it first. At least they would show how the multiverse is all messed up and all these
Yeah,
people start popping up everywhere. But
yeah.
it's going to be like hard to explain. We're like he's on the run. Craven too. Possible Craven in there. I mean,
I think they make
we're
Craven movie. They put to make a Craven movie, but
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. But how are you going to explain? I mean, maybe we're not getting on, but I mean, I know definitely they're supposed to get Garfield and Toby and Doc Ock and Electro definitely, but now I've been in here in Rhino, Sandman. This,
yeah,
I mean, it's like how are you going to explain it? I mean, it's just all these people going to pop up in the middle of nowhere. I mean, because I mean, it's
yeah,
just not going to make sense.
like is the Craven movie coming after Spider Man or just before Spider Man movie? That's what I try to figure
I
out.
can understand Craven because Craven was Mysterio exposed in the comics his brother or somehow his brother or cousin or what it is in his comics.
Yeah,
So I can understand him revenging his brother's death. Well, if he's dead, I don't know. So that could have been illusion.
this
Um,
Spider Man gun that just had bulked up a little bit too. The face Craven,
yeah,
he gonna had to bulk up.
I'm just like, I'm like, how are they going to explain all this? It's just like,
Yeah,
that's what I said. I mean, it's going to be like, okay, that's when Loki's going to have something in to make it make sense because it's like, you're gonna like, you start the film and boom, there's Toby, boom, there's Garfield. I mean, they ain't even explain nothing. So, so I mean, that's why I said without the Doctor Strange movie being in front of it, that Loki show's got to have something to go to it because I doubt the Eternal movie is going to have something to do with it because I know that's before that movie also, but
yeah.
and
That from
I
a
know Black Widow won't. Black Widow's is origin story, so they won't have nothing. But the only other movie is Eternals before that movie comes out. So, I mean, that's the only thing I was like, wow. I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's just interesting with that many characters. Either movie's going to be a fire or it's going to be a dumpster fire. I mean, it's going to be. It
it
ain't
could
going
be
to
both.
be.
It
It could
could
be
be
both.
both.
It could be both. It's too many characters loaded up on one film. So I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes that ain't good.
yeah.
I mean, for an end game movie, yes, but that what we built for that end game movie or that Infinity
Yeah.
War movie, we built for that. But I mean, we didn't. These last two Spider-Man movies. I mean, I didn't have a problem with them, but they didn't build for a massive amount of every Spider-Man character in one movie. I mean,
Yeah.
every almost every villain in one movie. So, but
Mm-hmm.
and then that's what makes sense is I would have, and then you see that Morbius, the Morbius trailer, that's going to be after it too. But they show a picture of, it says Spider-Man murder, and they have the
Oh yeah.
vulture's in there, and it looks like him and the Scorpion, and they break out Morbius. So I would assume that they're in it too. I would put the vulture in it there. If they're going to do if it's the Sinister Six, it makes sense. But I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I'm not sure about that.
And that's kind of
We'll
like
find out.
uh,
We'll find out this Christmas. So just hope we don't have a Wonder Woman 84 on our hands. That's what I'm gonna say.
no,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 84 was actually good in my opinion. It had some
Oh, you like
flaws.
that one?
Yeah, if you if you look at the movie as a whole, the movie was good, everything like that. The story structure was good, but the thing about me that kind of killed it, it sounded like they didn't show the guards that was actually doing the,
Yeah.
all the damage, like the
It was a little
mechanism.
too long too. It was a little too long. They overextend some things it was just too long too.
Yeah,
But,
it should have been showing like sound like Witch and Guards were doing it. Sound like this show, like in the first Wonder Woman, they actually show Ares that was actually doing damage during that war, and this
mm-hmm,
would show like Loki, and she would have just had to fight Loki and plus and Cheetah. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Just doing the same time, just to show her skill set, because gods like to fight most of the time. That just to prove their superiority over others and stuff like that, and kill them, and just like to show a show. Cause you look at
Yeah.
Loki like to put on some kind of performance because that's what he's a god. He's a
Mm-hmm.
god. He's a god of mischief. And, and plus, you look at DC, that was a god of mischief as well. That was doing the damage to everybody and stuff like that, and making wishes. That was the god of mischief too. And this should show him that just making a show out of it, and just you know just making Underwood mad and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just just doing his damage, everything like that behind the scenes, and one of them figure out just at the last minute who were doing it, and she had to go to the base and stop him. And Cheetah would have been just the big bad one of them. That and that fight wasn't that good either.
Yeah.
The fight,
Well, like her armor, man. She went all that way to get that armor, and then Cheetah just ripped it up real quick. And it was like, what was the purpose of that?
but you look at the anime and stuff in the comic books, that armor is strong.
Yeah, that's what I say. Because Cheetah just ripped it up like it was nothing. It was like, okay.
Because you look at the armor and stuff like in the comics and stuff like that, not even Superman probably could break through that armor, and he's stronger than Cheetah.
Yeah.
Not even Superman could. This armor, this DCU Superman, he can break through that armor real quick.
Hmm.
This one with Henry Cavill, man, sure he's
Yeah.
strong. But the thing is, the next movie, they need to find a way just how to explain, just how to make the armor stronger or something, because we need that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you look at the Lex Luthor we got just by Jesse Eisenberg, tells him that's not actually Lex Luthor, that is his son.
Mm,
That's Lex Luthor Jr. That when people just don't seem just don't want to accept just at the BVS, because you look at it right, who who will Lex Luthor just want to raise up just to kill Superman and stuff like that and superhumans? He'll raise up
mm,
his son to do it, not his daughter. He'll raise up his son that will follow him in the dreams and stuff like that.
hmm.
Being superheroes, that would have been his son. And everybody know that Bill Lex Luthor just have a son. Everybody know this
Hmm.
because you look at sound like Harley Quinn. She wasn't just an original character up in the comic books, but that's what she was made, and people accept it. But the thing about me is like why can't people just accept is like I'm Lex Luthor just got a son.
Hmm. Yeah. Only thing I just like these. I know everybody's complaining about different things. I just want the story to be good. I know they changed things. I don't have a problem with them changing things because I know they can't do exactly like the comic. I just want a good story. That's the main thing for me.
They can
I know.
retcon some stuff. I think some like
Yeah.
Superman, just at the end of Man of Steel, they could show him just like cracking the neck. They could show him just putting Zod to sleep
Hmm.
just after Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Flashpoint. You pretty much change stuff, everything like that.
Well, they got it. Yeah, they got to do something now because I mean, pretty much the Zach universe is done for, and Henry Cavill's they've got rid of him, and I guess Ben Affleck's gone, and so it's going to be they
No,
got
no, Henry Cavill is not gone. Because you look at The Rock and him, they got the
yeah.
same age.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
They,
I hope they're not. I mean, just
they
because
got the
with
same
Black
age.
Adam coming out and all this, I
Yeah,
just I
yeah.
I mean I know they already got Michael Keaton. Supposedly they're gonna go back to Michael Keaton's Batman, and it's like okay,
The cheesy Batman. The cheesy
yeah.
Batman.
So I
That's
don't
what.
know. Well, I mean, it seemed like we got too many Batmans going on. And we got the what's his name, the new Batman movie coming out. So
Why
it's
can't we
like
put Green Arrows in the movie? So we need a Green Arrow.
maybe we just have one one Batman, one Batman. I'm like, well, look over here, we got a Batman, we got this a Batman. I'm like, I just want one Batman, one Superman, one.
Yeah,
I mean, you
shoot,
know,
I'm good with one. I'll give it one myself.
one. I mean, because it's kind of hard. You can't really make a combo movie where you got three different guys playing Batman and this. I know Aquaman. They're gonna keep him. Simone. They're gonna keep Wonder Woman, but I guess the rest of them are pretty much recast or whatever. And I'm not
Yeah.
even sure about Flash. If his contract still. I know Cyborg. I know he's not coming back.
No, like
And
he will. He will.
he always
But
think he'll come back.
just give him time. Just give him time.
Yeah. Well, I
He-
may. I mean, it's just maybe I don't know. I know J.J. Abrams now in charge of that over in
Yeah.
WB. So
And- and-
hopefully he'll get a plan. Because it just seems like nobody knows what's going on. That's the only thing. They need a Kevin Feige. They need somebody who's like, hey, we're going to have all these combined, but we're going to.
They need to
But
listen to Jeff Johns though. At sometimes we could look at it. Sound like Jeff Johns know the characters. Just listen to him based on the
somebody
character.
they need somebody that knows the character. That's the thing. They need somebody that knows the characters and start off with if they're going to reboot it, start it off. But I know making a Batgirl or these oddball characters. I'm like, okay, we want to see them, but get the Superman, get the Wonder Woman, get the Batman or Green Lantern, get them characters right first, and then we add on. Then we add on to them. Then we add on to them. But
I think Aquaman 2 might be coming out next year.
yeah. Oh, it's just like Marvel. If Marvel, okay, they started off with Iron Man because they had to do the key characters in the Iron Man, then they went to Hulk, and then they went to Captain America and Thor. Oh, I must, but
The
they
first
hit.
part will be
I
just
mean,
though. The
but I
first
mean,
part
that's your
will be just
main characters of that universe. But it'd been like if they would have put Guardians of the Galaxy as their second movie, it would have been like, what the, what the hell? People have been. I probably Marvel wouldn't be looking like it is today if they would did that. I mean, they got the four. You got the main characters. You got the big four in there, and then you added Black Widow. You sort of you got your big characters, then you got the second big characters, and then we started getting your Guardians of the Galaxy and characters that people don't really know about that now are popular, but. When Guardians of the Galaxy, I really didn't know much about them either. I mean, just the little glimpses they had on the animated thing, or
yeah,
here and there.
yeah, yeah.
But if they would have did the Guardians of the Galaxy movie after Iron Man 1, I've been like, who is this people? Yeah, I would have seen it, but it would have made no sense, But that's what
They
I'm.
need a series of it too. They need a series of Guardians of the Galaxy. They're for the comics
Yeah,
and put it onto an anime or something like that.
yeah,
It's what we need.
yeah.
Because you look at it, it sounds like Pretty Quill. He's not using his full power because look at it. He's a half god, but that's what he just want to use his guns.
Yeah. Well, that's the one they need to add a Warlock. They should have brought him in or a quicker. They should at least had him in the second movie. I know they hinted him, with the cocoon on it,
Yeah.
but they should have had him in the movie. They should have had him like more in the movie and stuff.
I was hyped for Adam Warlock too. Once I read just the Infinity War comment and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And plus I see him in there. I was hyped for Infinity War, but
and,
that's what. So
and
I didn't.
Nova should have been there also.
Yep.
Nova definitely should have been there. They dropped the ball on Nova because I don't because now it's going to be hard to explain why if Nova they just pop Nova out of somewhere. It's like it's going to be hard to explain. They had that little time period with the Nova Corps all the way to Thanos. Him attacking and destroying. They had
Yeah.
that little time period where it's perfect. They bring Nova in. Now it's going to be. I mean, you could bring anybody in anytime you want to. It's just like
No, that
it's just going to be like
those two,
well,
those two, it's gonna be hard to explain to people. Because them people just gotta go back, read the comments. They
yeah,
they gotta go right back on the internet and ask you
yeah.
and argue why you waited so long.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying he would have been perfect because you were right in that. You were in the time period. You're right there with the Nova Corps, right there with the whole thing. He was
Yeah,
the Nova was the only one escaped. Xandar
yeah,
where he got destroyed. They destroyed the whole thing, and that would have made sense. And now he's wanting to go back for revenge. He helps the Avengers for revenge against Thanos and stuff. It would have made perfect sense. But now it's going to be like now we're going towards that. Kang the Conqueror, prelude to Galactus. Now Nova. I'm sure Nova is part of those storylines, but it would have made more sense to bring him in.
yeah. With
Um,
Infinity War.
because they'd be like, "Where you been, Nova? Your place got destroyed, all these years ago, and you ain't been nowhere. All the snaps happened, and this has
Yeah,
happened, and this happened, and you ain't been nowhere. So it's
yes,
gonna
sir.
be."
I was mad, bro. I was mad, bro. I heard about that. This me talk some women now.
I mean, it was just a perfect. It was just a bit of perfect place to drop him
But
in there, but yeah, but
yeah, yeah. So that's
that's
just
not.
me.
That's the way it is. Well, brother, I'm gonna have to call it quits. I didn't realize it's 12:30 already. But
All right.
I'm here in Florida, so where
I
you
just
you where you at? Where you located at?
I just said South Carolina East Coast. I'm
Oh, you
East
on the East
Coast.
Coast? East Coast
Yeah.
also?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can.
I'll
Yeah, I'm
be
here.
live stream tomorrow too.
All right, I'll check if I'm available. You about same time?
Yeah.
Same time. Yeah, I've been streaming here and there. I ain't had really much air the guy I stream with. I know you came in one of my shows one day. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
had computer equipment and he had to get brand new what is it,
A
the boards
motherboard.
and stuff. Motherboard, yeah, it crashed and he had to get
Ooh.
that in. And it's hard to get anything in right now. He had to get it straight from Japan and it's hard to get he was like saying it was backed up. So he's trying to get that all set up and trying to get his things all saying so yeah,
Yeah.
I've been doing a little. I've been just trying to do a little thing here and there. I mean, I got some this coming week. I've been doing this. I do. My wife has a lot of like painting streams and stuff, and I'm supposed to do some kind of interview stream with a local guy who does coffee. So I'm doing a stream with him, like I think Friday and stuff, just to
Okay.
introduce his local person sells has a coffee business here in
Okay.
town I live in. So just trying to help him out. He's just got him a little website and a coffee business, so I'm trying to help him out. So.
Oh, all
But
right.
yeah, I've been trying to get a wrestling stream. I'm gonna try to get when Eric gets all his stuff set up, I'm gonna try to do a little wrestling stream. I do a lot of you follow wrestling? You follow wrestling any?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I follow wrestling. That like
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, AEW, small shows. I was
Oh
watching
yeah,
small
small show.
shows,
See, I'm
Ring of
not big.
Honor,
Yeah,
Ring of
yeah.
Honor,
We got.
everything like that. I was watching them.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we go to a lot of independent shows over here where I live. So we
Yeah.
try to boost them up and try to promote their matches. All the like independent. I love independent shows. I mean I've been sort of off of WWE. They've because to me they're not the same as they used to be. I mean they've let a lot of people go. A lot of people that I like they let go in the last year. I've been a little upset about that,
Yeah.
but independent to me right now, the independent shows are like some of the best because them guys and girls, man, they're busting their ass, man.
Yeah.
You go to these little local shows. You get about 150, 200 people in there, but man, they put on a show, man,
Oh yeah. Be
and it's really good.
because like for tomorrow's show, I will be talking about the just for like different franchises. Would what kind of franchises will you bring back? What what kind of franchises would you change
Hmm.
storylines for like the Mara like for the Mara on screen?
Okay.
Sound like Terminator, Predator, different
Predator, yeah.
franchises that
Oh,
who does who does Hollywood does that ruin and stuff like that.
oh yeah, like the Terminator and stuff, Predator
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, shows
All
and
right.
stuff. I will be talking about that tomorrow. I see. I see y'all later. I'll see y'all later, YouTube and YouTube. I'll see you later, Jason.
All right, brother. I appreciate it for letting me come on in, brother. I'll check it out. If I'm not busy tomorrow, I'll check it out and check your stream out. All right.
All right.
All right, guys.